Hey guys, I'm here with one of the big tech highlights of 2025, and that's this Acer Lavalier microphone. The model type is H01. It's a wireless 2-in-1 magnetic lavalier microphone. By the way, I got it for free from the seller to show you all the really nice details, but it's still my honest opinion because I would never claim something which is not true. So what we have here is a super flexible 2-in-1 microphone in decent quality, with many features, almost most features I've ever seen in a lavalier microphone. And it comes in an awesome set, not only a lot of stuff, but also in a very fancy design, I think, for a microphone. By the way, what you hear is recorded now already directly from this microphone. You see one blue light here, which means it's in the normal recording mode without noise cancellation because it's rather quiet here inside. But of course I can still turn it on. That's also a good test for a microphone to see if it changes the voice dramatically with the noise reduction. That's something which you don't want to see. So I click here one time and now you can see a second blue light indicating noise cancelling. By the way, I'm recording on volume level 2 because we have 3 different volume levels. We have a 1, we have a 2, and we have a 3. We can change that on the receiver. So I have it here plugged directly into this camera with USB-C, and so I can always see that it's connected and I can always see that it's on level 2, but I can't see the option like the noise cancelling, and I also can't see if it's in the reverberation mode. That's something which I can activate with double click here. So I've done this here. Now I'm in the reverberation mode, really fancy, but of course something which I'm usually not using. So I'm back in the normal mode. By the way, here's a quick comparison. I've switched to volume 1 and now on the highest volume 3, but now back to the medium volume. By the way, I think it's an advantage even when in a quiet environment when we are using the noise cancelling. So I'm using the noise cancelling now. The reason is because I think it has quite some background noise. I mean, not really picking up noise from the background here inside because it's really almost absolutely quiet. I think the microphone itself is producing that. We can see that a lot in some kind of budget-friendly microphones, especially on volume level 3. You can definitely hear that quite a lot, but also on 2. But it's pretty much totally eliminated with the noise cancelling. But switching back now to without noise cancelling. What we have here, of course, we have 2 microphones. By the way, it's super easy to remove them. We just flip it a little bit to the side and then it usually turns on automatically. If it doesn't turn on automatically, we can long press and it always starts in the noise cancelling mode. So if you don't like that, you have to click again. Now we have it without noise cancelling, without reverberation, both in the exact same status. But just want to show you how you can use them really side by side without any interference. So I'm using now this microphone and now switching pretty much to this one and now back. You can hear there's absolutely no interference. That's what we want to see. Now I've added this one here back. By the way, we do not only have normal magnet here which you can use in the back, we have also a clip here, can see. Of course also this one has a magnet, so we can also use this one here even though you don't need the clip. And so I'm putting this now back into the charging cradle. I can just push it down, has turned off and went into automatic charge. Charging port down here, USB-C, even supporting modern USB-C to C with PD charge. We have a charge indicator down here with 4 lights, but it looks like it doesn't work when we have just one microphone attached here. By the way, runtime is around 6 hours, so pretty long, and we can charge the microphones with the built-in battery here from the charging cradle up to 4 times. So we have a total runtime of 24 hours with this set here. Of course, when you hold the microphone too close like that, then we have some pop effect or also a little bit of wind noise, but definitely not much. It's pretty good to suppress wind noise actually outside, but if you want to record in a huge storm or really super close to your mouth, then we can add this windsock here, but of course then we can't see anything regarding LED lights anymore. And of course noise cancelling even much more important outside. So I've been outside where we have the pool pump running, where it's very loud, to show you the difference between the normal mode and the noise cancelling mode, and it has been absolutely huge. And so I'm here in the back of the home with the very noisy pool pump without the noise cancellation, even some wind here. And now I'm pressing, activating the noise cancellation. Let's try a couple of times without noise cancellation on. And what impressed me is that it didn't really change the voice a lot. It kept it pretty natural, of course a little bit muffled, that can't be prevented, but everybody could understand that it's still me talking. Awesome. Also the two receivers here directly built into the case. Watch this thing, that's absolutely amazing. Here we have the version with Lightning, old Apple style, and we have exactly same thing for USB-C just on the other side. Watch this thing, of course it's connected now to my camera, so we have two full function receivers, one for Lightning, one for USB-C, both with the volume level and the receiver connection status, and even with a charging throughput option here on the side for both, for the Lightning and for the USB-C. So when you see your camera is running out of juice, you can charge it even while recording. By the way, in the set also included is this charging cable, USB-A to USB-C. And I think the case is not only beautiful and stylish, lightweight, but also rather small and thin, so you could easily store it in your pants pocket. While some other ones, I have the one which I'm usually using. Watch this thing, how thick this is. Definitely not something you want to carry around the whole day in your pocket. So definitely one of the best sets here. It's absolutely amazing what they have been packing here into this cradle, what we have here. So what are my complaints here? First, I think I already mentioned that that's the status information like noise cancelling and reverberation, which we have only here. And while I'm recording, I can't see that. Of course, I can look down here and have confirmation that it's in the normal setting, but I really wished it would be on the receiver so I could just look at it right next to the camera or to the phone which I'm using to record here. And especially when I'm using the windsock, then it's almost impossible to see the LED light here. Also, when I turn it off, turn it on, goes directly into the noise cancelling mode, which I think is a little bit harsh. I mean, it's not crazy, definitely still on a very good level, but you can hear the difference. It's a little bit muffled, and without the noise cancelling, especially on volume 3, I think the background noise is a little bit too much, especially when you're comparing this to other microphones, even in the same or similar price range. For example, the Lark Holy Land, I think it's called A1 or something like that, which I'm usually using. And so we have to decide between a little bit of background noise or using the noise suppression, which changes or muffles the voice a little bit. That has been solved with some other microphones a little bit better. I had the impression, for example, my Holy Land Lark, I think it's called A1, or some other microphones which either have a noise cancelling which is a little bit softer or less aggressive, which leaves the voice pretty much unchanged even with noise cancelling, or are using even a little bit of a noise cancelling without activating the noise cancelling. So it's maybe not my absolute favorite microphone. I mean, it's still an awesome thing, and at least at the moment you can get it for around $20, which is an absolute competitive price. And so if you're on a budget and still want to have something really decent, then this could be still a really good option. There's no question about that. Really solid implementation compared to some other microphones that's complaining on a really high level, I would say. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this microphone, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.